Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. I'm here with my guest Charlie, and this is actually the second try of us doing that. In the previous video we had like 20 minutes of private footage when no one could join, and like 30 minutes of like Charlie not being alive, or Charlie being mute. So like both my fault, I take full responsibility for that. And I just want to make sure that Charlie has the best experience here on this channel. And now we're warm, so we plan on staying here for about 20 to 30 more minutes. So we are both coaches on the fitness industry, fitness, health, performance industry. Charlie's focusing more on entrepreneurs, so it's like working with busy professionals. As far as I know, we want to re-get like their health and improve their performance in life. And I'm like the vegan guy. I'm working with vegans. So if you guys are interested like in fixing your issues when you have like when it comes to fitness, health or nutrition or performance, and just write it in the live chat on the left side, and I put a link to Charlie's channel afterwards in this live stream, because this is the first live stream, and sorry this is a long introduction, but this is the first live stream that we will be putting live afterwards, so we will have on our channel.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm restarting this, because I want to make sure that this works.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking for the other live stream of yours, but they were like private or unlisted.
Let's check. Right now, do you see my current live stream?
Let me check. Let me refresh. Quality gains, not yet.
So let's check now. I think we managed to get private again. Yep, we should be live right now. We should be live again.
Just there's a delay. Quality gains, yeah, videos.
Yep. Yeah, could I hop on live stream to see? Because we are streaming right now.
Quality gains. I don't see it right now on the YouTube channel, but I guess it should be live then.
Yeah, the thing is I'm streaming this, so it hopefully should be live. Wait. Let's check right now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we managed to get private again for the last 2 minutes. That's awesome. Because the thing is, actually I'm using this software to reach out to clients. Shoot them like a short video and have like most of my stuff usually unlisted. So that's probably why it isn't public from the get-go. But anyway guys, I'm just been talking about, if you want to have your questions asked regarding fitness, nutrition, mindset and health, post it down in the live chat. We have two coaches. Charlie focused on business standpoint. He's working with entrepreneurs, professionals looking to improve their performance, reduce their stress, or re-get their health. And I'm working with vegans, looking to help improve their body shape, gain muscle, and lose fat. So hopefully we should be online right now. I think YouTube has some issues. We had like a point before of like 2 minutes of where we were completely live. We had like a green button, and for most part we have like a yellow button, but should be all good. Let's check if this works. Okay, Charlie. So we've been talking before about your bulk. Sorry for you repeating that again, but I think like people can benefit from your story of how you gain muscle in the most efficient way. So just let us know.
Yeah, so I had a pretty stressful the 3 last years are pretty stressful, so I lost some weight and also especially muscle mass. So then I was like, damn, I should gain muscle mass again. And one of my dreams is to step on a bodybuilding stage in like 2 years from now. So I was like, I should perhaps get my first coach, because I know what to do. I know exactly what to do, and you know also what to do, but most people watching know what to do if they want to improve their health and their fitness. But we self-sabotage. We either don't take action at all, or we take not the right action at the right time for me, when I gain weight, muscle mass, I also gain fat. And then I cut down my body fat too fast. So I'm self-sabotaging by not staying in calorie surplus for long enough. Then I got my first coach. His name is Steve Hall from the YouTube channel Revive Stronger. My favorite podcast on fitness and nutrition out there because he really focuses on natural bodybuilders. So I was like, okay, I should probably get one guy in that niche. So he has like basically the natural bodybuilding bias, and you have the kind of like the health and sustainability bias, because I would say to do natural bodybuilding your whole life is perhaps not the most sustainable thing. Like if you go with longevity, right? You know, we talked about the longo, talking about IGF-1 and all this stuff. But I was like, come on, man, I just want to get into this, I want to step on stage. So I got him as a coach. The reason I got exactly him is because of his podcast and because of his story. Because everyone can look good nowadays on Instagram or on social media, but what I'm looking for is I want to see the transformation of the person. I want to see someone that went from really skinny to big, and I want to know that he has the knowledge. So what happened to him is he had a head injury a couple of years ago, and the doctor told him he cannot do sports properly again, but he was like, no way, I'm doing this bodybuilding thing. And he did his bodybuilding competition after his head injury, which is super inspiring. And I became one of the best coaches in this industry to date. So what I did basically is not that complicated, right? I ate more, but because I'm financially invested in a coach and basically taking the right action every time. An example was when I was in Taiwan on the holidays. I met a girl at like midnight or 2 a.m. So it was 2 a.m., but I knew I should eat like 1,000 calories or something. I just thought, come with me to 7-Eleven. I went to 7-Eleven and I bought like a lot of food. And I just ate it in the taxi because I was like, yeah, man, if I don't do this, my coach will be mad at me, you know? You can't like disappoint yourself if you cannot disappoint your coach. So never underestimate the value of a coach. Even if you know what to do, there will always be, who was that? Like the Art of War, or who said that? In the Art of War somewhere. If you're just 99% committed, in the moments where you really need to take action, you will not take action. If you're 100% committed, you will take action like always. So it's kind of my mindset in almost every area of my life.
And does it check in like weekly with you to make sure that you're on point, or is it like a daily check-in?
No, it's a weekly check-in. Like I have a Google sheet with my macros. And for my body weight, do I need to put that in? I can also put in my sleep if I really want to. My steps also. And then I have a training sheet as well, where I put the training numbers in there. And then every week I send him a video checking how my week went, and then he reports me back. But right now I don't need a lot of time because I'm in my off season in bodybuilding, so I want to gain weight, and it's not that difficult to kind of stay on track. If someone would be like Kyle or something, I guess he would like need like more time to coach. You know, right now it's like pretty easy going. The only thing that he does for me is I send him pictures of my body, and he's like, yeah, you're not fat, keep eating. And like honestly, if I would have been coaching myself, I would have already cut down body fat like 4 months ago. But he's like, yeah, go on, push it. And for me, it was really good for my self-image because I still, like some of you perhaps know watching, I had anorexia when I was 16. I got diagnosed with anorexia. I'm over it physically, but mentally I'm still a little bit too attached to how I look. You know, like my body image is attached to my self-esteem, which is not that good. But since I have a coach and someone that tells me, hey, you can be fatter, you can gain more weight, I'm like, I'm still same worth as before, you know, even though I have more body fat. You know what I mean? Like, especially to hear it from a guy that is so high level, a guy that I look up to hear that, I still look good, it's just more body fat. I'm like, dude, I wasted so much time back in the day because I thought like, I need to be shredded and ripped all the time. And because I have a really good body fat distribution, so I did a DEXA scan a couple of months ago in December. I took a DEXA scan. And my upper body was at 8% body fat, but my lower body was at 16. So my lower body has almost double amount of fat in percentage than my upper body. So for me, it's easy to look super lean all year long. Because my upper body is always lean. But now I'm like, damn, dude, like I should just like let myself a little bit go in this area if I want to have the most progress in the gym. Because I believe most guys, they just are too lean all year round and then they fuck themselves over.
So let's check with people writing in the comments. One guy was calling you out for being on Swearage channel, Charlie.
Who? Which
Uh,
one?
Jordan wasn't this guy on Swearage channel.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, was
I
that.
called Charlie out for that before. Like I told him wasn't probably not the best decision he ever did,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
mean,
okay,
to
man.
be honest, I can explain. I mean, to be honest, I'm a really emotional guy, and back in the days, I took a lot of decisions like out of my emotions, which is not the best thing. And I was resentful. Like when I look back, I just want to go briefly into it. Like I was vegan for 2.5 years, officially vegan, and I blamed the vegan diet that I was not feeling that good. But looking back on hindsight, I actually thought about that before we did a podcast. It was basically me fucking over myself because I had another job. I was unhappy with my lifestyle. I drank a lot of caffeine. I was on low sleep. And then I developed some kind of anxiety disorder, I was like really paranoid and shit.
Yeah.
And I remember, I realized it today, like, even if I'm not 100% vegan right now, which I'm plant-based, but still, like, if I am really stressed, or if I don't sleep enough, and again, in that state, if I don't meditate, I go back in this anxiety state. And I was like in there for like 2 years, so I blamed the diet for it, and I was like resentful. But actually I was resentful about myself because I was just fucking myself over for like 2 years, just not having the life I wanted. And then I was like, yeah, come on, I want to just talk to people that have exactly the other type of mindset. I just want to hear what they are saying. Because I don't want to be attached to my beliefs. So that's what kind of belief I have about diet, life, dating, everything. I want to challenge everything I have. So I was like, let's just talk to them. And I'm also, if you look at the Myers-Briggs personality test, I am ENFJ. So I like everyone. Like you could tell me, like I know stories from Surrey. Like someone said he stabbed like some of his classmates, and I feel like, what's up with me, bro?
Yeah, but I know that feel. Like I'm going along with quite a lot of people. And what you guys know, someone asked, is he vegan? By the way, no judgment, so that's cool. Charlie's currently not 100% vegan, but I know him personally, so don't be rude down here in the comments, or I will throw you out here.
Oh, you can.
The thing is, I know him personally, so he's a cool guy. And we met him when he was still vegan, some time ago, and there was like this cool McDonald's story where you were like on a trip to Germany, and like he was like, okay, let's go to the McDonald's just like for having a toilet break, and I told him, no, we're not going to McDonald's, you're not paying that company money. I remember that shit. And
yeah, bro, just Burger King, I think.
Yes, yeah, probably Burger King, man. I don't know.
Yeah. But to be honest, bro, back then I was still vegan.
Yeah.
I did the same stuff as you.
Yeah.
But like, no joke, in that moment I thought like that's the reason why Florian is more committed than me, because I was like vegan back then.
Yeah.
But if you wouldn't have been there, I would have gone to the toilet. So then in that moment I knew like you're really committed. I was like vegan superficially, like with like the food and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But in the moment you thought like Florian is like really committed, and not a lot of vegans do this. So then you could argue I was never really vegan because I still did stuff like this. You know what I mean? So I understand that people say, this guy was never really vegan. I totally get the argument, and I kind of agree with that argument. And what you did back then was pretty inspirational.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, for example, toilet is not a huge thing, but I would probably have like a coffee at McDonald's, because it's like if you give, because the toilet, McDonald's cannot differentiate if like the toilet comes from like which kind of consumer. But if you buy like a coffee at McDonald's, or if you buy like a vegan food at McDonald's, just like a vegan burger, I would super down to do that. I would be super down to do that. I was actually going to Germany. On the way to Switzerland, we stopped like with my previous team of when I managed the gym. We stopped at a McDonald's, and I was actually trying to get like a vegan burger, because it's like for the company to see like, okay, we offer this broad range of foods, and this is like the food that you should focus on, which is like the vegan stuff. So I think this is quite cool.
Yeah, I like that McDonald's going in this direction. It's really cool. Like opening awareness for like the mainstream people, because mainstream people always think I need to be vegan to 100%, and then they don't try it out at all. I'm like, bro, just try out a vegan burger. Like, like if everyone on the planet would eat like 4 vegan burgers instead of like the bullshit burgers, that would be so good. So
Kev is here. Kev is here. I know Chi. Yeah.
I read his comment today when I woke up at 4 p.m. I was like, this guy is cool, man.
This guy is awesome, man. He's an OG on this channel. So check Kef out if you're on this channel. Okay, so we've been talking about bulking before, and we've been talking about girls on the live stream before. We actually, it's like the second live stream that we have right now, because we had some audio problems and it wasn't online for quite some time. So I decided, okay, let's put this on again. So yeah, girls, maybe we can touch upon that later. But what I would really like to talk with you, Charlie, what you're like the expert in my opinion, is I think it's self-development. And self-development is probably the thing that you're like the most passionate about, if I can be honest. I probably like self-development because like how your channel started out, it was like pure self-development. I think then you went like on the vegan journey, then you had nutrition. Now you still work in the fitness industry, obviously. But like, what your true purpose is, in my opinion, is like helping people to develop themselves. Like, be it with your coaching, or just like with because you've read tons of books, you implement stuff a lot, and you have really the mindset of the person that if you learn something, you almost want to implement it too fast. You're like, fuck, this is awesome. If I learn something new, and I'm more like, okay, I learned this, maybe I implement it afterwards.
Yeah.
So just like, what is your stance? How do you see self-development in your life, Charlie?
Funny story about me. One of my friends back in the day also told me. Back in the day I was super naive, so I read Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, for the first time, and I tried to basically implement everything. And I got like a little bit weird. My friends were like, "Bro, what are you doing?" You know, like.
Classic.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment, man. Really, thanks for the compliment. So personal development for me is, you know, it depends. Like if you do personal development because you think you're not good enough and you need to change yourself to be good enough. I did this for years. It's perhaps not the most healthy thing, but still, then it's like a good tool. So what I think is your life has like three main areas: business, health. There's nutrition in there, and relationships. So you can use personal development to basically improve these three areas. And that's basically in a nutshell. What I would say about personal development is for me right now is I'm working on my beliefs, because your beliefs are really creating your own reality. If you believe that people are mean, or perhaps girls are mean, and you're a guy that wants to improve his dating life, you don't approach girls because they think they're mean. You know, it's like you believe that it's like creating your reality, and then you behave in a certain way. So a lot of beliefs back in the days like hold me back. Like for example, we talked about dating before, and I was always the type of guy. I had to overcompensate a lot when I was talking to girls. I was talking too much. I was talking too fast. I was the weird dancing guy on the dance floor doing all the stuff just to overcompensate, because I felt like I'm not good enough to get a girl. I need to do something, you know. And if you switch the belief to I'm already good enough right now, you approach the whole area in a different way.
Yeah.
But also business. If you think your coaching is worth 1,000 per month, you will always find the guy that pays 1,000 per month. That's weird as it sounds. For people in business that I work, it is true. So what I'm doing right now is I have some habits in my daily life to challenge my beliefs and to implement healthy beliefs. So always when you're in the alpha brain state, you can basically talk to your subconscious mind, and your beliefs lie in your subconscious mind. How the beliefs got there is different, but perhaps your parents told you something. Like for example, when you have been a little kid, you have been a little bit too loud somewhere, and your mother was like, "Yeah, don't do this, kid, it's bad." And you had a really strong emotional reaction, and then you were like really silent for the rest of your life. You never did public speaking and stuff like that. So you basically like change that belief. What I do in the morning, I meditate, I put myself in an alpha brain state, and I'm really calm. And then I take a piece of paper, I write down beliefs I want to have. Right now, it's I live in complete abundance.
That's cool.
Money is for how to say it in English, money is the root of all good. Because I had the belief that money is the root of all evil, without even knowing it. But I want to make more money, because I know money is the root of all good. Like Elon Musk, one of the most richest guys on the planet, he does a lot of good. So I'm like, it's probably the root of all good, like stuff like that. Then I focus on the feeling that these beliefs give me, and I take them in and apply myself for the day. And then what you can also do is, before you go to sleep, I have like a little paper, and I wrote down the beliefs in beforehand. I just read them, and then I go to sleep. So you basically prime yourself for sleep and for the day, which is super interesting. A lot of people in personal development know about this. I knew about this for years, but I never really. I understood it intellectually, but I didn't understand emotionally how beliefs are like basically can change your life. You just change your beliefs, you know. So this is something I'm really working on right now because I feel I'm going in the right direction, but I could go way faster if I wouldn't change my beliefs. For us, for example, like for us, making YouTube videos is easy because we have that kind of belief. Of course, you know how to edit videos, but for us to stand in front of the camera, it's actually easy to make good videos. But if you would take a guy that never stands in front of the camera and he would have the same belief, he will probably do better already because he has that belief, you know what I mean? So beliefs are not everything, but they really help you to get to become successful or to do whatever you want.
Okay. Fuck, I get pumped up just hearing you talking about that stuff. Because I think,
you know what? Sorry.
I think belief are very important. Someone's Kev wrote because of your microphone, but it's my fault because how you currently hear Charlie is the sound is going out of the computer and going back into my camera, which is so it's not Charlie's fault that the audio isn't perfect on his side. It's my fault. But I hope you guys still can hear him a lot. And the thing is I think what personal development comes to is just doing what you're scared of doing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And the thing is just recently I've been really on this journey of okay, what am I scared of? And then doing it. To that extent, I'll probably sign up for a TEDx talk on December. I like a TEDx talk. It sounds like this huge thing, but go to TEDx talks and you hear the worst of TED talks. So bad TED talks. Literally, probably everyone can sign up for a TED talk, but it's I think I have a message to spread with my vegan coaching, and also with the self-development journey. And I'm a decent public speaker, so I'll just go for a fucking TED talk. Probably when I'm in Vietnam or in Indonesia. So yeah, but I like.
There's a good book up. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry, please. Yeah.
And then there's a good book I've read about this, willpower is overrated, something like this. And he also talks about the environment. So because you're committed to do that, you will perform actually well because you need to do it on that day. You know, you're forced to do it. So that's a really cool mindset to have to optimize the environment for success. And because you have a TEDx talk in December or December, you said you will perform way better. Sorry, you will way better because you already are committed to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if you're committed to something, you have a chance of getting it. And the things that you want to have, for example, I've just recently made a post about me aiming to get $10,000 in revenue in my business, and I know that I will get this one because I'm not doing it I'm not doing everything which is meaning screwing people over. But I'm working hard on making this a reality because the thing is every single day they're and this is the same for fitness results. Every single day when you work on a business, when you're a coach, when you're starting a new fitness journey, you wake up in the morning and you think fuck, is this really working? I mean, should I throw in the towel? It's way easier to just throw in the towel and be oh fuck this fitness journey, fuck losing fat, I'll just eat a donut. Or waking up in the morning be oh no, I just take a look at Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, instead of working 10 hours on this computer. So it's I think a lot of thing is just getting what you want is full commitment. So yeah.
Another cool concept I've heard about a couple of days ago is the suspension of disbelief. I've never heard about this before. Suspension of disbelief, basically to just get rid of the disbelief, just have the belief, hey, somebody else did it before, so I can do it myself as well. This whole suspension of disbelief will really also already push you, because I saw it as well as my fitness journey. I know exactly how to lose fat. So during the first week when I started cut, I'm not really losing fat on the scale or visually, but I just trust in the process, and then the first week I have a drop of 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah.
And if I would not have had this reference experience before of my other 5 or 6 cuts, I would have stopped after the second week. I guess it's same with business. Just send the disbelief, and then you already almost won.
Yeah, full commitment. Okay, so now they're still talking about you being on Swearage channel, the people. And race level, I appreciate you. I've seen you on my comment, but leave Charlie alone or I will throw you out of this chat. And the thing is, we've been talking about this before. He was on Swearage channel. I bashed him in person for being on Swearage channel because he was vegan before for 2 years now, not fully on a plant-based diet. And he previously we talked about being like he making like fast decisions to go on Swearage channel, and I told him like, Charlie, what the fuck did you do?
Looking back, it was a poor decision. But then again, my mindset is if you're not embarrassed of yourself like 1 year ago, you're probably not growing fast enough, you know. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, sure. And like you're probably one of the the thing is you're probably so open-minded that it's probably too much, you know.
Yeah,
you're like probably one of the most open-minded guys that I know, and this is like quite cool if you think about like not getting fixed in bias, but to some degree it also like makes you like in hindsight makes you decisions that you are probably not proud of doing it.
Exactly, I would say exactly. Yeah. That's a good one. Also, like for meeting people, it has some advantages because I can meet really a lot of people like really fast. Almost everyone likes me. I'm really likable, you know. I showed you I have like some WhatsApp numbers of some known YouTubers that fluently know. I don't want to mention them on the channel.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm like almost too open-minded. I know both communities, you know. Like this is a YouTube thing, but also in real life, I know a lot of different communities. But then I also have like with every personality type. If you look at the Myers-Briggs personality type or some other personality type, every personality has like an advantage and disadvantage. So when I work with people, my business partner has the same personality type as Florian, I think. You guys are both ESTJs, if I'm not mistaken. And I work really good with you guys. So as soon as you know your personality type, your advantages and disadvantages, you can go far. So as I just pointed out my disadvantage, I'm pretty aware of that, and I'm working on that like almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, so true. Race level is blocked for 5 minutes. It's the thing is like if the race level is a cool guy or a cool girl like this commenting on my channel, but the thing is like Charlie's a friend that I have in real life, and if you want to be negative down here in the comments, and do this on another channel. Like I see every message, and I'm very rigid with YouTube comments. The thing is, what YouTube is, or what my channel is like a house party. A house party, then I'm the host of that house party. And if you throw a party for yourself, it's not cool. You want to have cool people there. You want to have people that appreciate what they do and appreciate the party. Sorry, that's people here. That appreciate the party. But if you have like, for example, let's say you make a house party and suddenly there's like one person coming in like, oh fuck, that's shit, or like this guest that you have right now, I hate this guy. You throw the guy out. And I mean, and this is not saying like I want you guys to be here. And I mean, throwing a party for yourself is not cool. But I think if you have a person who's like stirring up drama in your party, then you obviously throw the person out. And sorry to push. I don't want to bash
that's
like.
That's a good point, bro. I want to talk about that. I have an analogy.
Yeah.
When I do live streams and negative people are there, I have an analogy for life.
Yeah.
Like if you are in a river and there are like piranhas coming at you,
yeah.
You know, like 60 piranhas and they bite you, and you try to take it. You stand there in the water and you try to get every piranha off your body.
Yeah.
You stand there, so then more piranhas will come, so you never get rid of them. So you just like fucking walk through the river like fuck.
Yeah, the thing is, well, like I was a manager before of a fitness center with about 1,000 members, and afterwards 5 fitness centers with 10,000 members. And one thing that I learned before I was a manager in those fitness centers is like in the marketing department of like my fitness education, I had like a marketing course. And like the girl was telling us, hey, I think a lot of mistakes with fitness do is they do not throw people out that behave badly, because the thing is, it's not cool for like if you train like we had to some degrees, like we had a fitness center that had over 400 check-ins a day, and you have 395 nice guys, and you have 5 guys that probably are bad. And like the best managers that I had was throwing up people the most, because we had, you don't know, like for people that didn't work in that sphere, it's very hard to understand like which kind of shit goes on if you deal with a lot of people, because we had people that shit in their hands and went through like that like had the locker room and put shit on the lockers. Literally.
Like really?
Yes, literally. We had a guy that shit in the thing where you usually piss in, you know, like in the urimat or pissoir. I don't know how you want to call it. So, I mean, we had a guy that spit on the floor in the gym all the time. So, and we had another guy who sexually was like really bad. He was a creep to one of my female employees. This was a guy that I needed to throw out, which is like these are not fun to do, but it's the thing that you need to do. So I threw the one guy out, like tried to sexually not abuse, like just like was a key creep, like okay, until when are you working, like constantly at their side. And then another guy that actually attacked me at one point, and I'm not sure if I told you this. I don't really like to talk about that stuff a lot, but it was a guy that he had gloves on his hand, and he probably didn't wash the gloves because he was smelling really badly. And I wasn't there, but I told my employees, hey, if someone smells badly, you go to them and tell them, hey, sorry, this is pretty direct, can you go a little bit on the sides? I just realized that there's a strong smell coming. I'm not sure if it's from you, probably just like a laundry detergent that probably is causing the smell. And yeah, long story short, the guy was full crazy. Told him, hey, I will kill you to one of my employees. And then the next day I came, and the guy was training. And I told him, because I told my employees, hey, throw this guy out. I never want to see this guy again. The next day I was there, and I saw this guy training, and I was going up to him and like, fuck, what the fuck is happening right now? I was going up to him and I was asking, hey, show me your badge, why are you training? And we were going out to the machine, and he had like a house verbot, which means that he can't train there anymore. And I told him, hey, you leave right now, or I'll call the police. And he's like, oh, why should I leave? Why should I leave? Now listen, talk to me. And I said, no, you leave right now, or I'll call the police. And I was just like walking back from him. He's like, okay, are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? I'm like, no, I'm not afraid. And I called the police. The police came, took him away. Then like 3 hours later, 4 hours later, it was about 8 p.m. in the evening. I was sitting there. I remember I was doing a training plan with one of the clients, one of the cool clients. And then suddenly I saw him like on the edge of my eyes, and he was coming in with a beer bottle. He had a beer bottle in his hand, yeah. So he was coming in, you sit down. I was like, no, I'm not sitting down. So I stood up, and like one of the best things that you can do, some martial arts experience, if you just talk like this, because if you get a beer bottle, you want to be able to defend yourself. So it's just like, no, we're gonna talk right now. We're gonna talk right now. And the thing is, I was very popular in the fitness center. Like I'm talking like I'm this iron fist. I'm good with every cool person that was there. And he was standing there like with his beer bottle on the back, like looking to hit me with that. And right at that moment, the guy came in from the side and told, hey, sorry, what are you doing right now? And like just grabbed the bottle, and then another guy came in, and at that moment I called the police. Like one of my employees called the police, and he was running outside. Another guy was running, and then like it was in an action scene. Like you heard the police sirens. They were like driving in, and I was the manager in a sketchy place. And the police was driving in on the right hand side, and he was like running out there, and I was like opening the window, telling him he's there, get him. And like they kept running to get him. And it's like the last time I saw him, he was drunk, and he obviously threatened to take my life, and that moment. So yeah, cool times. Yeah, long story short, it's, sometimes it just gotta be ruthless when it comes to those.
To be honest, I would have known to really react to that, man. That's pretty strong, dude. Like, my respect.
Yeah, and then like another guy that I need to show out. Yeah, he also like the thing is like people always threaten you, and he told me like, yeah, come outside, we're gonna talk about it outside, which used to mean okay, I just wanna punch it out. But the thing is, fuck, it's like when you deal with a lot of people, you inevitably will have like one or two guys that are not that cool. Yeah.
But it's like weird what goes through these guys' heads. I mean, if they fight you and they beat you up, I mean, they still go to prison, you know what I mean? Like, bro.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is like it's especially weird. Like I can understand it on the internet because people don't see your face and don't have your number. But like in the gym, we had like every single data of them. We knew when they were training. We knew where they were living. We knew their names. We knew their last names. We knew everything. But like sometimes people are not thinking long term when it comes to those decisions. Okay, guys, but we're gonna go.
They always don't think long term. I mean, I think long term, but 1% of the time. You know what I mean? To be honest.
Yeah. So, guys, we're gonna go a little bit off guard, but right now you see me specialized in vegans. You see Charlie specialized in helping business professionals get more of their lives. So, if you're interested in asking a question about health, fitness, nutrition, and mindset, you can put it down below. We will respond to your questions. So, so Race Lab Respect. Hey, Race, you can be here. Again, I appreciate you being on this channel, but I will block you again if it needs to be. No hard feelings, but we had a short discussion.
You know who I am, man. I appreciate that.
Yep. So, about fitness, nutrition, do you guys have any more questions when it comes to that, or some topic that you would like us to talk about? Because we probably will be online for about 10 more minutes or 20 more minutes, depending on the schedule of Charlie, because it's like 1 or 2 a.m. in Switzerland.
I have 46% left in my battery, so I can go on.
So 46%, yeah, he doesn't have a charging cable.
I can talk about the Vipassana meditation retreat I will be doing, because everyone listening can also do that retreat, and for me it was really life-changing.
Yeah.
Really dope. So actually, if you go there, they have only vegan and also vegetarian meals. So they take the Buddhism really seriously, which is really cool. So yeah, it's a 10-day or better say 11-day meditation retreat, where you don't talk to anyone and you don't look anyone in the eyes, and you meditate there for 12 hours a day. Yeah. So you have no phone, nothing to read, nothing to write, nothing to distract yourself. You just have 3 meals a day and 12 hours a day of meditation, even more, I would say, 14 hours, 15, which is super hardcore, but there it's like a boot camp for meditation, and they teach you their meditation retreat. So as techniques, as soon as you come out there, like 10 days just for yourself alone, for me, it was one of the most life-changing events of my life, because you cannot reach out to anyone when you're there. You don't have a phone, you don't have anything. So I just went in with the intention that I imagined that I just died there. I was like, okay, I died, so I cannot go back to my old life. So I was really thinking deep about my old life, like what was good, what was bad. But then when I came out, I basically got a second chance. And I had 10 days to contemplate about my future life. And that's like really, I just started my YouTube channel back then, but that was like really a life-changing event, especially because as soon as you go out there, you are so damn present, you don't have almost any thoughts in your head, and you it's weird to say, but I realized how my brain just functions better. When I wanted to do something, I did it. You really don't care if something feels bad or good, you just do the things you're supposed to do, because mostly when you procrastinate, you want to get rid of the bad feeling. But because you have been meditating for 10 days straight, and you know how to meditate for 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
Because what is meditating for 1 hour a day? You just sit there, you do nothing at all, you have no stimuli. You just do it yourself. And if you can be good to meditate for 1 hour a day, you don't care if an experience is good or bad, because you're just trained to be chill in every environment. So for me, this was amazing. So then as soon as you go there for 11 days, you can just go on 3 days when you want, like when there's a 3-day retreat, you can just go there for 3 days. When like 5 days, I'm going back there for 3 days because I know as soon as I come out of there, I'm just more grounded and more present, and especially also in high pressure situations like you deal with in your gym. It's crucial to just know what you're thinking and not get like emotional. Just be like, especially for me, not getting emotional should be my number one priority.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like Boston is great because they also live on donations. So if you go there, if you don't want, you don't need to pay anything. The first time I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't pay them. I paid them the second time because as soon as you need to pay a certain price, you will be meditating and thinking about the price, like is it worth it or not. So they don't even you don't even need to pay anything if you don't want to. So people think it's a sex because you don't need to pay anything. No, it's not a sex, but they want to do the meditation retreat right. So you can go on dhamma.org. You can put in your country. I guess in Bali there should be even a 30-day retreat or something like this. People go there for 30 days, so then have it for 90 days.
The thing is, like, I like Vipassana, and I think it's like very important because I struggle probably with being in the moment a lot of times because I try to look out there, and just like what I used to do is when I was I worked like in Bali on the co-working space, and I took like 1 hour break, and what I did actually, I was going to the beach, and Bali has like really strong waves, and what you just go inside the beach, or like inside the water, and you like for 10 minutes or so, you just like go with the forces of the water, you know, because it just shows you that some things are out of your control when doing that. And it's like you're going all stiff in the water, and this is I'm going a little bit away from meditation here, but I'm going like just to some actual steps of like improving mindfulness in your day, which is like going to the beach or just like doing some things that are that show you that hey, there's like bigger forces than me, you know, on this world. Like the thing is, like, our existence doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. And what really matters, like, sometimes it helps us to see like, okay, we are not that big and our problems aren't that big. We think our problems are this, but like what they really are is they're like this in the grand scheme of things. So
that's beautiful. Really, and it helps you in every area of your life. You are more present, more grounded. It's like Eckhart Tolle talks about this. You have an outer purpose in life, like for you it's your business, for me as well. And then you have your inner purpose, and the inner purpose is always to be really present to the moment. But some people have never been really present, so they cannot resonate with this. Probably people watching right now, they're like, what are these guys talking about, you know? These hippies being present, you know? Like 5 or 6 years ago, I had no idea what it means, you know what I mean? So people need to be ready for that information. But I guess if you're already into veganism and stuff like this, you are already at the level of consciousness that is like pretty advanced. So I guess you probably know about meditation. If you know about meditation already, you have to go there for 11 days, and you will really like the experience. It's crazy good. Because then also you come out and you can just meditate for 1 hour effortlessly. And if you can do this, like, you can be chilling in high pressure situations. For me, I do it for that reason, but you can also use it then for other stuff, like for sales or something like pickup, you know, like we talked about before, or like whatever you want.
Okay, is it okay if we go to if you go to some questions? So let's go back here because they posed some questions before. Okay. It's me asked, how do I put muscle mass on without working out? Please give me that second, quality gains. So it's basically probably impossible to put muscle mass on without working on unless you take some steroids, classic, or probably if you could like get like high testosterone, or if you probably could change like your myostatin levels in your blood. With a pill or something, then
actually,
probably.
Have you heard about the Kuwait crew in Kuwait?
Nope. What is it?
In Kuwait, there is something called the Oxygen Gym. There's a crew of like bodybuilders, like Big Ramy and Roy Winkler. They train at the Oxygen Gym, and with these guys, they actually decrease their myostatin levels in their blood. The problem is, if you decrease that, your immune system shuts down. So what they do with bodybuilders is they put them in a chamber where there are like no microorganisms for like 1 or 2 days. Otherwise they die.
It's like an extreme type of thing. But yeah, that's the way you can build up muscle mass. Okay.
Yeah.
Sakari Falil asks, hey man, what are your thoughts on vegans who promote veganism through steroid usage, like with Nimai Delgado? The thing is, like, if you go in the sphere of bodybuilding, I share my thoughts and you can share your thoughts, Charlie. Or I will go after the next question. You will respond first. Let's make it like this. Nimai Delgado is like a nice dude, but if you go like in like IFBB should be a sign for everyone that this guy is on steroids. And the thing is, like, if you go to like a lot of Instagram models, like I've met an Instagram model down here in Bali, like a girl, and she was open, like she wasn't that open, but she was like, oh, I didn't take that much. So even like the girls are on steroids. So it's I mean, it's on Instagram, it's quite, like on YouTube, it's common for people to be on steroids. So I like also like probably Hench Herbivore is talking about that he took some steroids before. So I mean, to some degree, like this is the play field that these guys are playing, and this guy is muscle, and this guy is like eating tons of meat, and this guy is vegan. I obviously prefer this guy. But like both of them are steroids, both of them have a reach, but like not like Nimai Delgado, and here's like a different guy, meat eating guy. I would prefer Nimai Delgado because Nimai Delgado is still promoting the vegan message. That's what I think about it. But I'm not a huge fan of steroids. You already know that. I never took them in my life, so and I'm not planning to take them. But yeah, that's my opinion.
I'm actually planning to take them. I can talk about this right now, man.
Yeah, you're planning to take them. What the fuck, Charlie?
Yeah, of course. No, the thing is, what I'm thinking about is quality of life. Because as soon as you're 50 years old,
yeah,
or 45, your testosterone will decline hardcore.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about is, because testosterone is made for like testosterone replacement therapy, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not taking like 250 milligrams of test every 5 days. Like that's really too much.
Yeah.
But to have to take, like when I'm 50, to take every second week 100 milligrams or something like this, you know, just to have the same testosterone levels as if I would have when I'm 30.
Yeah.
Because I guess testosterone, also when you have more testosterone, you have less anxiety, you're less stress.
Yeah, that could probably make sense, yeah.
I could ever do something like this, because in 20 years, 25 years, and I'm 50,
yeah,
we will have better research, we have better compounds,
yeah,
we have better doctors, you know what I mean? So I'm not planning to take them right now, but then I'm like 50,
yeah,
I guess.
The thing is, I understand what you mean. I probably I could understand it more when you're 50, for example. But like, what I don't want this to be is like for people, because I coach older clients. I have 2 clients which are like 40, 45, and the thing is they've seen great improvements just by changing their nutrition and changing their weightlifting journey. One guy dropped from over 120 kilo to now under 100 kilo, which is quite awesome. And another guy is like right now he has some problems with his things, with his he got an injury. But like if you improve your nutrition and weightlifting, there's quite some good stuff that you can get out of it. But like, yeah, I mean, if you've been doing this for like 30 years and then going like to a testosterone replacement theory, it's probably the most that I could understand. But like, not if you're like 20, 30 and you're doing this for like fucking Instagram clicks.
Yeah, true.
Or Instagram likes. Okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about really quick, you know, IFBB, Nimai Delgado and stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I know people take steroids and everything. I know some bodybuilders personally. I know a friend of mine, you know Marcus Rule?
Yeah.
I know
Marcus Rule is like the huge guy.
Yeah, I know that he has photo of one of his friends that train with him. I talked with him in person. And he had a funny story, right? Just to show you the mentality of these guys. He trained with 2 guys, they were like as big as him, even bigger, and he's on steroids.
Yeah.
And he asked them, hey guys, are you natural? He asked them, are you natural?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, man, I'm natural, blah, blah, blah. And then like, dude, they started lying. And
Yeah.
then like he asked his girlfriend, because his girlfriend, she spoke Spanish with them.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, they are natural, but I mean, testosterone is natural. They take testosterone, but it's a natural thing.
And
So that's a net, you know, like the mentality of these people.
It's rationalizing, rationalizing. And I've been talking, like I have known a guy, and he's like, I was asking him, hey, do you take something because he's getting close to the IFBB level. He's like, no. And like the last time I met him, he was talking about using a chemical agent to lose water in your body, which is like, okay, and this classifies as like using drugs to improve your physique. So is this not doping? And like, where do you draw the line? I mean, it's just, I think these guys rationalize a lot. They're like, okay, everyone is using it, or like just to reduce the cognitive dissonance in their brain.
I mean, to be honest, if I would take something, I also wouldn't talk with other people about that, especially people that have no idea. I mean, you don't talk about your business with people that don't have a business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Unless you want to give them advice, obviously.
Of course, yeah. What I do with people, and I'm a little bit funny about this, like, it's like an experiment of mine. When I know someone takes something and they don't want to talk about me with that, I just like talk with them about taking steroids, and I let them know if I have friends that do it. So I tell them, yeah, I have a friend who takes this much and of this, of this. And then I realize, a little bit, you don't judge, and then they open up,
Yeah.
It's like with talking to girls. If you talk to a girl and you ask, like, how many guys have you had sex with 2, and then you're like, yeah, girl, but really, I know what, and it's, okay, 54.
Probably more likely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the next question. Because Kev asked a question, I want to respond to Kev's question. Some plant-based doctors recommend DHA supplements in addition to regular plant-based omega-3 sources become some news. Okay. Regarding omega-3 supplements for vegans, I will respond to this one. Yes, I think it is necessary. It's right now I'm not taking it down in Malaysia because my omega-3 supplement ran out some time ago. But the thing is, it's better to be on the safe side when it comes to your brain health. So I would recommend to take a omega-3 DHA and EPA supplement every single day. I know that it's quite expensive. I hate that about that, but it's it's our brain. It's our freaking brain. So let's be on the safe side when it comes to that, because there's some evidence showing that your brain, I think after the age of 30, 35, is actually shrinking to some degree if you do not take sufficient omega-3 or fish oil supplements. But I would not recommend fish oil because there's some heavy metal parts in there. The middle finger, but there's some heavy metals in fish. So especially like in fish oil, because fish oil is like a concentrated source of that. So I would not go for fish oil. I would go for omega-3s, and I do think that it's necessary. Charlie, any points on that? Because otherwise we're going on the next one.
No, but really, I would always take omega-3, even if you're not being taking omega-3 supplement. Most people don't get enough. If you look at most studies, if you add up EPA and DHA, I guess 1.8 grams of EPA and DHA added together is like a good starting point, and this is quite a lot. So you can look at Lyle McDonald talks a lot about these recommendations publicly.
Yeah, they're talking a little bit more about the Nima Degal. Sorry, I'm trying to.
No, I like the statement of another guy. He talked about the amphetamine.
Yeah.
The fat.
You're on the live chat too, man. Are you in the live chat too? Oh, nice. Like, because the thing is, I'm constantly focusing on the live chat, so you don't have to, And it's like I try to listen to you on the same level. On the other hand, I want to respond to the people's question, so they're not pissed off. So.
I sound so really glad if I was taking initiative over it.
Yeah.
No, so one of the guy was talking about the amphetamine, like the fat-free muscle index, and a lot of people don't know about how this. You know about the amphetamine? Have you heard of it?
Yes. Fat-free mass index.
People say people above 25 are not natural anymore. The problem is how the amphetamine got created was really not that scientific. Mm-hmm. They took like 20 guys out of a magazine and they estimated their height and weight out of the numbers from the magazine.
Yeah.
And they had like 20 guys, not even 100 guys.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, above 25, there's no one above 25, so they're not natural anymore. And now we have so many more people working out, we have so much more genetic variance.
Yeah.
There could be like one guy in a million that could have the best genetics, best nutrition, and still be natural.
Yeah.
Like some guy that comes into my mind, people argue about Misha Yanez,
Yeah.
I've seen the guy in person, he's big, but I don't see like the typical steroid go with him. I could be super naive, but I know some guys also
I think you're
like
probably
that,
naive, Charlie.
Sorry?
I think you're probably naive when it comes to that.
I guess.
Because
An example is a friend of mine that takes steroids right now.
yeah.
Was natural before. I know that because he told me on this date I'm taking steroids and taking this. So
Yeah.
basically he knows that he's not natural anymore. But he competed in Switzerland, and when he was, no joke, when he was 17, he competed in Switzerland on stage. He was 70 kilos on 1 meter 75.
Yeah.
70 kilos. And with my genetics, I'm 26. If I will go on stage right now, I will be 59 kilograms, and he's 17.
Yeah.
He has 11 more kilograms of muscle mass with his genetics.
Yeah.
So, and he's not even top tier genetics. Like
Yeah.
there are people that are better than him. If you look at the bodybuilder called Lee Priest,
Yeah.
Lee Priest took steroids, but he says publicly when he was 16, he was still natural. You look at pictures of Lee Priest on Instagram, you can go on his Instagram, you scroll down, 16. He
Yeah.
looks like someone that perhaps I will never look like in my whole life, just to show you
Yeah.
how the genetic variants can be. So, just about this.
The thing is, yeah, there's some issues with the genetic variants. I understand that point. I also understand where you're coming from, because I used to be the guy that thought like everyone is natural, and I was training like in a gym back then, which I didn't know that back then actually, but like a lot of guys took steroids, and I just thought everyone is natural. Everyone is natural. So I think. But like since I've been working in the fitness industry, and it could be because of the gym that I worked in, we didn't have like very high prices. We had like everyone in there, but the rate of steroid use was quite high. The rate of steroid use was quite high, and sometimes you're like, fuck, this guy's on steroids, and he didn't tell anyone about, or like nobody would have guessed that this guy's on steroids, but somehow he is on steroids, or because it's a very common thing. Steroid usage, and I'm saying this not like to feel like discouraged about where the industry is going, but I'm telling you this that for you to not be devastated when you go into a gym and see like these big guys, and you're like, okay, fuck, I've been training for 1 year, why don't I look like this guy? Because it's most likely that this guy is taking steroids. Yeah, there's some genetic points obviously. But I think genetics is usually like a lot of the fake natties are using genetics to tell you that like to not tell you that they're taking steroids, because the truth is they may have a slightly better genetic than you are, but if they tell you, oh, it's just simple genetics, that's why I have this big biceps, it's like, I mean, dude, it's just not cool if you have to lie to the people just to get your point across.
So that's a good point. Also, regarding genetics, really interesting. I asked my coach, because he's a bodybuilding coach, I was like, how do you know that you have good genetics or not, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he says, if you have good genetics, you know that you have good genetics. You know what I mean? So we both too don't have good genetics, but we would know if we would have good genetics. You know it instantly.
Yeah.
Like 1 in a million genetics.
Yeah, the thing is, genetics is like, we don't know enough about genetics, but I usually right now I'm on the point where I err on the side of caution when it comes to steroid use, because the thing is I've was in the fitness trainer certification in Switzerland, like multiple courses, and the first courses, like it probably was hard to find the guy that is not on steroids, you know, like yeah, it's like, or like I'm not telling you like on a full cycle, but they took like stuff like ephedrine, which helps you to slim down, which is not steroids for some people, but it is steroids. It is steroids because it's a doping agent. So yeah, I think like the steroid usage is quite loose. It's a loose term for most people, and a lot of people are like, they think that they're still natural when in fact they took something some time ago.
Yeah.
So
what is really interesting right now for me also is, you see these guys, they take dosages that put them still in the natural range of testosterone, but they're like at the higher range. And they say, yeah, I'm still natural, but the thing is, they can have a lot of stress. They can just sleep for 2 hours or cut out their body fat, but they will still be at the higher level. If you're really natural and you don't sleep enough, you drop down instantly, you know what I mean? You see like a dandelion with I guess
Yeah.
he takes like 100 milligrams. I was open about it. I like the guy. I don't want to shit talk him, but
Yeah.
he also said it's unnatural. But he does like something similar. You know, they say like I'm on testosterone replacement therapy, but they're still not natural.
Yeah. 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 The thing is, I think, yeah, like the person that you can trust the most is yourself. I mean, that's just what I'm like, guys. I mean, I hope I've proven in the last couple of videos to be trustworthy, but I still hope you take like the words that I say and the words that Charlie says with a grain of salt. I mean, always do your own research. You're not like gods. You're like humans with errors. We make YouTube videos. We have businesses. So, but it doesn't mean like we are more smarter than you are. Maybe we are in certain degrees. Probably like very likely you are smarter than us in certain degrees. So don't take us what you're saying, like what you hear online for like proven. So just take it with a grain of salt. If I can tell you something.
As you may know, guys, I'm the worst for that.
Okay, let's see if there are any more questions.
Kat said something really good. Most people don't know what they can attain naturally because they don't eat properly. I would say, yeah, they really underestimate what they can achieve. I don't think everyone can look good, even if you have bad genetics for the sport.
Yeah.
You can have a great body.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is also if you, I think we've been talking about commitment before on I think on a previous podcast or like on a previous attempt before, because we've been talking for like 2 hours right now. So the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that if you give your life away for like one sport, so for example, when I was like 18, when I was like from the period of like 17 to 19 probably. All I did was like lifting, like the entire like my life was lifting, and to that degree is like fuck. I was waking up in the morning, it was like big oatmeal, tons of milk. I was not a vegan back there. The tons of milk, a lot of eggs, and just I never took steroids, but I got steroid accusations in the fitness industry just because I fucking lived for that shit. You know, I remember we had like a family dinner, and we had like on the restaurant, and I took my gym stuff with me, and we finished the dinner, and I was like, okay, I need to go now. I need to go to the gym. I need to go to the next train. You know, it's like, yeah, and I like it was very weird for my family because they're just like, fuck, what is wrong with this dude? I was just like walking away from the restaurant with my training bag. I went into the train, went into another town, and then went to the gym. It's just like I trained every single day. I was working from like 9 to 4 back then, or like no 7 to 4. I was like on the old age home. Then I went home, or like went directly to training, or went home then to training. Then I played some piano. Then I went to sleep, or ate a ton, and the next morning was just repeat over. And the same thing on the weekends, especially, like didn't work, but just trained every single day. So if you give your life away for a certain sport, it's probably, yeah, there is some chance of you looking great. But I'm just saying that a lot of people that are like giving their life away for a sport, they're also very competitive. And like even right now, if I probably would have stayed like 10 more years at that gym, let's say I would be like 30, not 30, but like let's say if I would be 30 and I trained on that gym with the same commitment, there's chances very high that I at least tried steroids. I mean, if you think about it, because you're constantly in that environment of like, hey, you're good. If you would take steroids, you could probably go professional. You know, so that's why I think, yeah, commitment is a huge thing. But usually a lot of people that are committed are also like the people that are committed enough to take steroids.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, and they perhaps take even all the stuff also.
Okay, let's see if there are other questions. We were talking about steroids before, Juan Pedro. Right now we're looking for more questions, guys. If you guys have some questions regarding fitness, nutrition, mindset and health, or optimizing your performance, if you're a busy professional, if you're an entrepreneur, that's Charlie's main thing. my main thing is helping vegans lose weight and gain muscle. I'm a vegan since 4 years, so if you have any questions, write them down below so we can help you with that.
Talking about bodybuilding genetics, my coach sent me a picture of a study that looked at this. I need to check it on Instagram right now. Funny enough, your birth weight that you have is also a factor. Like if you have been a really heavy baby, your ability to gain a lot of muscle mass in your later life is basically increased.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why, but it was on there. I was like, that's interesting, man. I was like super light kid.
Yeah. The thing what you have to realize about those studies is that like there's no money in analyzing people how to gain muscle. That's the problem with that, and that study is probably made on like 10 babies, and then seeing because if you take a look at it, you need to find pregnant women which are willing to measure their baby, to then like go 20 years later or like 15 years later to see how good they can increase the muscle mass, which is like, this takes a lot of money and this takes a lot of time, and there need to be some good research funds back there, and likely Schwarzenegger didn't fund this experiment, so I mean, I think the chances are very high, probably like 10 pregnant women or like 10 children. I could be wrong, but that's like the standard of most studies, in my opinion. That's just because there's like no real money in it, in studying how people gain more muscle.
That's a good one. Yeah, I need to check it out.
Let's see. Someone asked vitamin D content in mushrooms. Yeah, there are some studies showing that like mushrooms have vitamin D3, which is most absorbable for vitamin D3, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take me on that. But the thing is, yeah, I mean, when it comes to vitamin D, I would just like, because I take like 5,000 I think micrograms, or UI is it?
Is IU or UI?
IU, probably IU. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, I'm just getting this on the back of my head because it's like a routine that I'm in, and I just take vitamin D3 on a daily basis because it minimizes the thoughts that I have. Like, I could plan my nutrition to get like a certain amount of vitamin D on a daily basis, and I could plan my nutrition to get like my B12 with another breakfast, with a lot of breakfast beverages. But the thing is, I just want to be on the safe side, and if there's a chance that you could get sufficient vitamin D3 from getting IU, yeah, international units. Thanks, Kev. But the thing is, you just want to be on the safe side when it comes to that, because I've seen a huge improvement from taking vitamin D in my mental well-being, and I don't give a fuck if it's like what is like $10 per month, or like I don't know. So it's, I mean, for me it's a no-brainer to take it. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, basically the same. Yeah, don't have anything to add to this. I would also take the supplement. Otherwise, I need to worry. I would also be worrying, like, about mushrooms, like how bioavailable is the vitamin D. There's one thing when someone says, yeah, that's like 1,000 IU in 100 grams. The other side of the coin is how much can you uptake with your gut flora and everything. So just take a vitamin and don't think about it too much.
Yeah, I mean, that's I think that's the easiest thing to go along with that. So Charlie, we've been talking about like for 1 hour. So guys, if you have any more questions regarding fitness, nutrition, mindset, and health, post them down below. Otherwise, we probably will be going off in 5 to 10 minutes. So guys, let me know down here. This is probably the last chance to get some advice. So let's see.
Someone asked about the Game Changers movie. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
It launched soon, I guess. Right? They haven't launched it.
No, I think it didn't launch just recently. They planned it. Fuck. Oh, did it launch? No, that would be really bad if I
don't know. I'm not sure. I guess it didn't.
No, because they make a relaunch. Like some of it launched sometime. Yeah, 16th. No, they will release it on 16th of September. But they released a part of it, I think, for like a certain audience some time ago. but right now they're working on the relaunch. Okay. Okay, NM Gino, I want to do something that will make me feel better, and I think being a vegan will help me. Yeah, it depends. Like, depends what your goal is when it comes to your lifestyle. Obviously, if you, let's say, if you have like end stage cancer, then a vegan can help, but it's probably not like the thing that you should be focusing on right now. So sorry, that's like a very morbid example. It's a very morbid example, but vegan can help in 99% of the cases, in my opinion, and in my experience, it's just like probably 100% of the cases. So being vegan will help me. Yeah, it really depends on what your goal is. Obviously, it really helps when it comes to weight loss. In my opinion, it also is beneficial if it comes to muscle building, and if it comes to reducing some stress in your life because you have less animal hormones. So, yep. I mean, let us know what exactly you want to have.
Also sleep more, bro. I realize most of my clients, they don't sleep good.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, sleep is a huge part. I mean, sleep is a huge part of your performance. So what do you think about sleep, Charlie?
Yeah, it's so crucial, man. Like, I had one night in Berlin where I was not sleeping at all. I was awake for 37 hours. And literally, I felt like my brain was not working properly anymore. I had like problems to think, to talk, you know. I realized, damn, bro, like something is really wrong. And I guess if you just sleep for 6 hours for 2 weeks, you have the same effects as if you didn't sleep for like one whole day.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, I think I should get my sleep in order, man.
Yeah, it's really crucial.
Yeah, the thing is, I think like when I was in Indonesia, I got like my perfect sleep schedule of like going to sleep at 10, waking up at 5:30. I'm doing this every single day for like 30 days, and my sleep was perfect after 30 days. Like, it was exactly what I needed. And even if I could sleep at like 11 p.m. or like wake up at 5:30, which is like 6:30 minutes, 6 hours 30, I was like feeling perfect. But like right now, I'm not in the right sleep schedule because I have problems waking up in the morning. I'm like waking up, like I hear the alarm, like, oh, fuck this shit, you know, like the classic snooze thing. I mean, I love what I do, but still, like, fuck, it's hard to wake up. Well, do you have challenges when it comes to sleep?
Falling asleep, no, since I use my blue light blocker glasses, they're on my desk somewhere there. But what I realized is I probably need more sleep than the average person, because like there's always like how do you call this
bell curve,
form. Yeah, and I guess I'm a type of guy that needs like 9 hours of sleep, 8 to 9.
Yeah.
7.5 is good, but with 9 hours I probably have best performance and just everything is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit awkward because we have a family here and not just like.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's go a little bit on the left side. Okay. Yeah, guys. So let me know if you have any more questions, because otherwise we are wrapping this up.
Regarding feeling better, what helped me is a lot of people taking ashwagandha and adaptogenic herbs to decrease stress, and also like some life hack people should try out. And if you're super stressed, you feel bad, so just take that.
Yeah. I think you can test your personality if you're high on I think neuroticism is it called, like being more likely to be stressed. I think you're probably you're a little bit higher like on the anxiety scale. I'm pretty low actually on the anxiety scale. So I think personally. So I think ashwagandha is like especially beneficial for guys that are a little bit higher in the anxiety scale. Because for me, I didn't see like a huge difference, but you said it's like a life changer. It's a game changer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Child has found him. Yeah, Raisler reported.
Yeah, the family over there. They didn't tell you like, yeah, the girl that is pregnant from Bali and
Fuck, that probably would be the worst thing that could happen to me right
Like
now.
with the next video, like, guys, I need to tell you something.
Yeah, fuck. So like thumbnail like this.
Yeah, Patreon for my son.
Fuck. I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay, guys, I think we're wrapping this up right now. It's probably like 3 a.m. at your place, Charlie.
Yeah, bro.
So super dedication here at Charlie's point. Thanks for joining in on this live chat. So just tell us where people can find you, Charlie.
And just type in Coach Charles on YouTube. You will find me there. And if you go to Instagram, my name is being_coach_Charles. There I do like more fun stuff, like what I do in my personal life.
Yeah.
And on my YouTube, I talk more about like fitness, nutrition. I also do podcasts, so you will mostly see podcasts on it.
Yeah. And again, if people want to work with you, what is the best way they can contact you?
You can shoot me a message on Instagram or YouTube in the comments, and then I will come back to you and try it. That's the more easiest way for you guys.
Yeah. And his specialization is business, like people that sorry.
Yeah, like mostly on entrepreneurs that want to lose weight and get their physique in check. But I work mostly with like young guys that are really dedicated. You don't need to have your own business, but I just work with guys that are into like personal development and growing in every area of their life. Because I also talk a lot about like mindset and habit building.
Yeah.
It's not just like fitness, specifically on fitness, but it's about, I teach my clients how to build habits and about the mindset of building right habits. Because I realize most people, they know what to do, but they don't know how to motivate themselves, and it's also about this stuff.
Yeah, cool, Charlie. We know each other personally, so Charlie is a good friend. For those that have been asking, no, he isn't specialized in the vegan niche. He's mostly plant-based right now. Sorry, like there's some sound on the back, and I'm just feeling worried because they hear you only through the microphone of the speaker. Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is, yeah. Sorry guys. It's like constant flushing of toilets. He's not fully vegan. He's specialized in professionals and entrepreneurs looking to get the most out of their lives. So if you want to work with him, reach out to him on YouTube, on Instagram, and subscribe to his channels. Follow him on Instagram. Okay, Charlie, thanks for being here. Thanks, you're an awesome guy. I've been knowing you since like two years probably now, or maybe even a little bit longer. So yeah, you're awesome, Charlie, and thanks guys for checking in.